New campus. So it's 30 degrees at the minute, so I've decided to go out. I've got the old Dunny stove, and I'm going to show a bit more of me Garmin gpsmap 67 because one of me subscribers mentioned he'd like a closer look. So what I've done, I've got a waypoint of the place I went yesterday where I did a short, if anybody saw it, and we'll navigate back to it using the 67. Right, so I'm hoping you can see that. Yeah, it's actually better like this. So this is in daylight, there's no backlight on the road because it's one of them trans-reflective screens. Yeah. The route planner, when it's on cycle tour, it tends to follow footpaths some of the time. Sometimes it tries to take you on a main road and ignores the paths. Anyway, you can see what it's doing now. It's saying I've got 0.2. Yeah, I think the place we're going to is actually, no, it's probably about a mile away from my house. 0.2 is the next turn, which is at the bottom of this field. So anyway, it seems all to be working pretty well. Another thing what I love about this, you can see where the pointer's pointing, it's telling me which way to go. Of course, it's got a built-in compass. It's actually always going to point in the same direction. You haven't got to get walking for it to tell you which way to go, which is brilliant. My spot's just behind me up there. Flipping heck, I've took my hat off now in these trees. How nice a bit of breeze on the old sweaty bonnets. My back is wet through. I've only done, this is probably just less than a mile from where I live. I didn't fancy going far. Here's his tail. I ain't even got set up yet. Me and my missus said, right, we're going to go out today, we'll go to the shopping centre where there's some aircon because I know it's going to be hot. She said this, we messed about, I did some bits and bobs. We've got a little paddling pool thing, she were in that. And she goes, I can't be asked to go, it's too hot. And I goes, yeah, I'm with you. Do you fancy some fish and chips? So just before 12 I went down to George's. We've had fish and chips in bloaters. So it's now nearly 2 o'clock and I'm burning a bit off in the woods. Is that focusing? Probably. Oh, what's going off here? Here we go. Yeah, so effectively that's that bee line. We're just going to follow it. Loads of badger sets and stuff around here, or very big bunnies. Effectively it should be straight in front of me up there, somewhere behind one of these trees. It's up there, that's right, I can see where it is now. Yeah, so if you look, the blue arrow with the yellow squiggle, that's my trail. And let's have a look, see if it's focusing. Yeah, you can just about see it. The blue waypoint little flag is my destination. It's nothing exciting here. I think I've been here years and years ago. Well, it's gone off. I've just turned the backlight on full because we're in woods and it's a bit dark. So I don't know if that's altering the focus or what. We weren't happy. Anyway, we're here. Bosh. How good's that? Literally just behind this tree here. That's where I was yesterday. Oh my God, I'm going to get prickled to death here. Oh my goodness. That's where I had a little fire yesterday. I think I've ripped my bloody shirt now. So anyway, yeah, for some reason, yeah, you can see that. It's bang on Britannic peep this time. Anyway, I'll shut that down for now. Brilliant device this is. If you was out somewhere quite desolate, that could be a lifesaver, it really could. Right, the main event. So I've split, as you saw on the first picture, I was standing by my wood pile at home. And I've got a wood stove now, I'll show you that sometime, but I've split up just one log and I've got plenty of stuff now for this. So just take them out. And this here, I've got the grill somewhere where I've put it here. So this is the original honey stone from, God, I've had this 10 years, more than that, 10 or 12 years. It's absolutely warped to hell. Look at that base plate. So I couldn't, the last time I made it up, I actually bent all the tie-off points, or most of them over, because it was that hard to put together. It never would have gone back again after the next use, if you get what I mean. It was just an absolute disaster. So it sits in my garden and I've put barbecue stuff in it and it's warped even more. Still works, it's great for doing little meals. Just chuck some barbecue coal in, saves you buying anything fancy. It does me anyway. Nice little feed hole here. And yeah, we'll get a few sticks, get it going, and I'll get back to you. So I ain't going to be clever. I brought a fire lighter I had in my old pack. I'll get that bugger going. Says here, hopefully. This is a bit dried up and wizened now, so I'm not sure how it's going to bond. It should be alright. And chuck a few sticks around and hope for the best. These are quite dry, so we shouldn't take no trouble. And my wood definitely is pretty damn dry. It's been in there for about a year, that lot has. Sort of. Beauty of this, it is quite a decent size. I think it's got to be 6. I think it's 6 or 7 wide. I can't. Somebody will probably tell me. Yeah, the original honey stove with a hive extension. It's a bit of an old school stove by today's standard. We've got lots of fancy ones. I've always said I wouldn't mind one of them folding bushbot things. I did actually have a look the other day. They're bloody expensive. The TI version's like 100 odd quid or something daft. I'm like, not yet. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's kicking up some nice smoke. Yesterday I was being eaten alive by flies. That's why I made a fire. So yeah, that should keep the bloody mozzies at bay. Well, as you can see, that's like 10 seconds later. It's going like a bloody train already. Because it's quite big as well. You get a good lot of embers if you do it right. I've put my little grid thing on. Put that on the corner. Obviously, we're going to get the Titan completely smoked up the hay. I must admit, what a beautiful sight. Yeah, I'm liking that, boys and girls. That feels like I'm proper doing it wild. I'm probably, bloody hell, that's going like a damn train already. That's incredibly good. Wow. We like that. Compared to that little fire I had on the floor, that's ridiculous. It's not even smoking that much either. That's fantastic. Anyway, I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, I'm sitting over there, probably half a mile. There's the main road where I live. And this is just some, I think this is all designated a nature reserve now. Or I'm not sure about this bit. This farmer has all this lot, but around here there's been like Peeweek golf course just over there. They've took it all down. They said Ilkeston Council said they couldn't afford to keep running it, weren't making any money, whatever, and they've rewilded it. Yeah, and they've put little benches up, and yeah, flipping fantastic. I mean, it's on my bloody doorstep. How good's that? It's a lovely little place to go for a walk. Anyway, I'm going to have to move back in a minute. Look at this. That's only a few bloody sticks. That's ridiculous. Good Lord. Look at it. Well, I know this thing's a bit heavy and clunky, but I might be on my summer kit again. Bloody hell. That's already got, but I bet you, I kid you not, that's been going 3 minutes max. I ain't even set me bloody coffee up yet and it's already boiling, the damn thing. Look at that, on a couple of sticks. What a bargain. I didn't really need to bring all that bloody wood really, but I just thought I would for the hell of it. Look at that. Raging flipping inferno, look at it. It's going to boil over in a minute at this rate. Jesus, it's going off. Boys, I better pour that out. Hopefully this is alright. That's not bad. I've put a couple of my sticks on as well now, so it should be burning pretty damn fierce. I tell you what, that is just incredible. It's that long since I've actually bothered with wood. I've used my biolighter, and I do like that thing, but it's a gimmick really. Look at that. There's no smoke coming from that. You can't turn it up and down. Who cares? Just chuck one on or don't bother. That is bloody superb. I think I can feel it coming on when I'm feeling a bit more flush. I might have to invest in some sort of a wood stove, I think, that you can fold flat. I do like this honey stove, but it's just warped out of all bloody proportion. If I can get my damn words out. I'll put some more water in that. Might as well have another load for note, haven't we? Free, marvellous. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Cheers, all my lovely dears. Oh, that's too strong. Bloody hell, because I put some, I think it's 4 on the scale, but I put quite a bit in this time. Some Colombian or something my missus bought the other day. It's really nice. Taylor's again. I think Taylor's is my favourite. So let's look at the evidence. I could have been at work in some air-conditioned grey and black box, looking at 2 foot of plastic ×2, coding or whatever, putting something together, which was a damn good job really. And in some respects it's funny, I'd love to pop back and see the lads and have a chat and have an hour at it. It wouldn't bother me if I did, but I think once I did actually go back to where I worked, I'd be like, please let me out of here. We'll have to see. If I get skint, I'll have to go and get something else, but I'm hoping I don't have to. I mean, this is my heaven. This is my happy place. All my troubles a mile in that direction. Anyway, this is just, if you're on the fence, anybody out there, if you're on the fence about going out into the woods, get yourself a flask and some cheaper. You can buy a bloody backpack for about £5. Don't got to be out flash. A decent pair of walking shoes. If you're going into some rough country in the UK, that's probably up Hilson Marketplace. If you're going into some unknown woods, make sure you keep to the paths. Usual stuff, you ain't got to be a rocket scientist. Find yourself a nice place, get a bit of flipping close cell phone mat, sit on it, have your cup of tea and just sit there, and if you get it, you'll get it. And once you've got that in you, it's never left me. I've always liked countryside for years and years and always gone walks. This is just taking it to a next level. Actually going for a walk or just sitting and chilling, having a lovely cuppa, bloody fire. I mean, God, it's 30 degrees and I've got a fire going. It's making my leg flipping tingle. But yeah, that's all free. Well, you've got to buy your kit, yeah, but it's a couple of sticks in it and a fire lighter. I'm a lucky bloke, mate. I'm a lucky bloke because I've got everything I want on my doorstep. Fairly useful thing going back to the 67 GPS map. As you can see on this here, I've zoomed up a bit. This is down to 200 foot resolution or whatever you call it. And you can see on here, because it's Ordnance Survey, you've actually got these little lakes. I know there's a pond over the way from here, just over the other side of this edge. But obviously if you're in the middle of nowhere and you're desperate for a drink, this is going to tell you water courses, ponds, anything of that nature. So I think it's absolutely brilliant. And you haven't got to have this, you could have Talkie Toaster, but having decent maps, whoever you get them from, these happen to be Ordnance Survey, but Talkie Toasters are brilliant. You've got that detail, you've got paths, you've got all sorts of manner of stuff, as you know with Ordnance Survey. This one's down to 25k, so I've got boundaries and all sorts of things which are really valuable to me. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. It could make your walk a decent walk or a nightmare, depending if you've got maps or not. Well, that's done me proud, that has today. That honey stove, after all these years, works as good as the day when I bought it, except for you can't take it to bits. But hey, it always was a bloody pain in the arse to put together, to be honest. What I like about this is you've got a decent opening to load your sticks in, and once you've got a decent bed of coals going, it's burning that efficient. There aren't that many bloody coals left, to be honest, but you can stick these big chunky buggers in and just keep shoving them along. It's so easy, you know. I just kick it with end of my toe when I fancy a bit more heat. Not that I need any at this time. I need to make another. I'm bloody boiling that water away, look. I need to put some more water in now because I've left it going for that long. It's boned it away. I think the old Titan kettle is looking proper well used now. The handle matches the sides, they're burnt and crunchy. I don't know if you can see through there. That's going to go out of bloody focus now. Hold on with me 1 second. I'll put it on manual. See what we're doing here. Wrong way. Oh, here we're going. Yeah, just in there, them reeds. That's that lake I was on about that I pointed out on the map. But if this was all heavily wooded, you wouldn't see that, obviously, and you wouldn't have, you know, none the wiser. You only got to pop over a bit of a barbed wire fence and you could get some water and boil it up and drink the bugger. So yeah, that's bloody useful. Yeah, so that's where the tramps hang out. I'm really chuffed. I know it's a new toy syndrome. I've had it forever and not used it like this for years and bloody years. It's always in the garden. I normally do baked taters on that, daft as it sounds. I've got loads of wood, so I don't have to buy anything, and just chuck taters on in silver paper. Hour later they done perfect. But anyway, so yeah, it's a lovely spot here. I've been here, this is second day on trot, I've never heard a soul. So yeah, you know, it's great when you can come out and just have the place to yourself. It's actually Monday the 30th, and it is now 10 to 3. Like I say, I've not heard a soul. Obviously school kids are at school, mums and dads are working or looking after babies or retired, whatever, but there's nobody up here at all. Like literally, I didn't even see anybody. Like even on the field at the back of my house, I didn't see one person. Yeah, I'm a flipping loner anyway. Obviously I've got a couple of decent mates, but I enjoy my own company. I enjoy going out now and getting a bit rat-faced, but not that often. But I just enjoy my own thing, my missus, my family, and I'm a happy bunny really. This round here, this just completely, I just love it. Weather's, it's a bit too warm today, but actually in the trees here it's not bad at all. If I were at home I was dying a flipping heat stroke, but out in the woods with some fresh air and there's a nice breeze here, it's not too bad. Probably 5 degrees too hot for me. I like it low 20s to be honest. 18 to about 22, 24 max. So this is a bit much. I'd say it's supposed to be, I think it's around 29 to 30 here today. Supposedly it was going to go hotter, but there's a bit of cloud cover there. I've already had a can of pop as well, and now this is my second cup of coffee, so no more after this bugger. Oh, that's nice. I did actually, that was just 1 teaspoon in my coffee filter. That last one were about 2 and it was just too much. That really made me flipping teeth rattle. So yeah, I'm going to have a lovely chill for another hour I think, go home. I better put it, I've got about 20 bottles of wine I've made in my airing cupboard. I've got to put one in the fridge really for later. I'll definitely have a slurp tonight. Nothing new there. Probably go on net for a bit. I'll have to show you another time. I've started painting, and I'm really into it. I've not done it since I was at school. I got a really good mark at school for art, surprisingly, and I'll be honest with you, I've never really painted much since. I used to do the odd sketch. So I've done a number of sketches in that, and when I retired, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but they gave me because one of my guys that I worked with, he went to art college and he was really good, Jess. Alright mate, if you see this. And really good artist. And anyway, they chipped together and they got me this like an easel in this box that you can slope it up, and like canvases and acrylic paints, because oil's bloody expensive. And acrylic's very similar properties to oil, you can paint over, which is good. So if you cock it up, because I did start off with watercolours and it's hard to get it. I was okay, but this acrylic stuff is great, because if you make a mess you can literally paint over it and start again. So yeah, I'll have to show you my little easel at some time. I'm sure you're all excited and can't wait. I bet your blood's pulsing through your veins, looking forward to Chris Scott and his large paintbrush. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I've done a couple of pictures that I'm really pleased with, so I'll perhaps I'll share it with you. I sure will. I'll share it with you at some point. Catch you later. Anybody that's interested, I've come out today with me because I've only brought like minimal stuff, basically a bit of it. I brought me little mat. I love bringing that because you can just kneel on it. Even if the ground's dry, it can be a bit prickly. It's the Icolite 18. I've had this for years. I bought it for me, getting it to my missus, and now I've inherited it back. She doesn't really use it that much. So I've got my Eleanux chair there, all my cook stove stuff, cooking stuff, water container, blah blah, everything in this little baggie. And it's not as comfortable as me Talon, but this is mint, you know, for these little trips out in the wood where you don't really want to be having a great big rucksack on. Sometimes, you know, you go on a bit of a walk and you look like you're going on an expedition up the bloody Eiger or something. look like flipping Bear Grylls wannabe, and no, that's not for me. But that's nice and dark and pretty innocuous. Yeah, and that's sort of like pretty inoffensive, just a bag in it. Yeah, but it's nice and compact for these little trips, so I quite enjoyed using that. Anyway, I've put the fire out. I've been looking at loads of twig stoves online now. I'm like, oh god, I'll just obsess until I have to buy one. And I actually stumbled on one called it's a Solognac, a triangle fold out wood stove from Decathlon. Quite a few. It's quite heavy, about 600 to 700 grams, but yeah, for little trips out. I'm like, it's only 29 quid currently. It comes with a like a fire mat, so you can just chuck it down, you're not going to be burning the ground, blah blah blah. I might get one. It's only 29 quid. I'm like, I don't know, I want to get a folding stove. I really wanted one of them, like, you know, like the Bush Box and all them, but these silly prices, and to get the lightweight ones, which aren't exactly that light, they still weigh about best part of £1 for the big, you know, like the XL, but they're well over £100 and 100 UK pound, and I'm not paying that. 29 quid sounds a bit more like my barrow really, but anyway, I'm going to get off and have a wander about, and I've really enjoyed that so much. It's now 25 past 4, so I've got to get a wriggle on. I want to be back before 5 anyway. So catch you all on the next one.